Spokesperson Jess Brown-Fuller.
Thank you, Mr Turner. It is a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I would like to congratulate the Honourable Member for Beverley and Holderness for securing this important and timely debate ahead of World Down Syndrome Day this Friday. What a pleasure it was before the debate, because we were slightly delayed, to take the opportunity to chat to marvellous Millie ahead of this debate, who is an incredible advocate for those who have been touched by Down syndrome. And in my constituency of Chichester, we are fortunate to have an incredible charity, the Chichester and Arran Down Syndrome Group, who work tirelessly to fill the gaps left by failings in public service provision. And ahead of this debate, they highlighted to me many of the challenges that people with Down syndrome face, particularly in accessing the support they need throughout their education. One of their core initiatives as a charity is the Bespoke Schools Outreach Programme, which ensures that children with Down syndrome receive the tailored education they require, because they do require additional support throughout their education, yet many families struggle to obtain EHCPs, Education, Care and Health Plans, from local authorities. In West Sussex, the picture is stark. Only 3.6% of EHCPs were issued within the statutory time frame of 20 weeks in 2023, and the situation hasn't got much better. These delays force children with Down syndrome to remain in unsuitable educational environments, with their needs not being met, which hinders their opportunities. And then when an EHCP is delivered, most importantly, we need the accountability to see that that EHCP is then actually being delivered. The charity also highlighted to me the cliff edge of support that people living with Down syndrome face. So at the age of 18, when they're no longer in an education provision, I was really pleased to visit Together Our Community, shortened to TOC, at their exciting new venue in Chichester, which is due to open next month. That's going to provide a space for the TOC members, and they'll also have a public-facing cafe where adults with additional needs between the ages of 18 and 35 will have the chance to learn and develop essential skills working in the cafe. So for people with Down syndrome, charitable organisations such as these provide vital support and services and give these incredible people the opportunity to thrive, not just survive. And the Down Syndrome Act, introduced in 2022, recognised the needs of those living with Down syndrome and rightly acknowledged that public services must take these needs into account across health, social care, education and other local authority provisions, but the Act must be properly resourced. The NHS website lists a range of specialists that a person with Down syndrome may need to see, including speech and language therapists, physiotherapists, opticians and occupational therapists, yet local organisations consistently report a lack of these essential services, which undermines the opportunities for Down syndrome, for people with Down syndrome to live comfortably or independently. So we're 3 years on from the Act receiving royal assent, and it is not supporting those that it was designed to support. The Liberal Democrats have long called for all individuals with long-term conditions or disabilities to have access to a named doctor, which would shift care from the corridors of hospitals to local communities. But this is especially crucial for people with Down syndrome, who not only have learning disabilities, but are also significantly higher risk of conditions such as dementia, seizures and leukemia, as the Honourable Member for Thurrock mentioned. The impact of social care on people with Down syndrome can also not be overstated, which is why the Liberal Democrats are calling for a comprehensive overhaul of social care policy. So while we welcome the Cross-Party Commission to establish a long-term agreement on social care, we strongly believe that this can be concluded within 1 year, not 3. So while the Down Syndrome Act was a step in the right direction, Mr Turner, real change requires more than warm words. It demands proper funding and meaningful action. From healthcare and social care to employment and independent living, people with Down syndrome deserve better. And as the Honourable Member for Beverley and Holderness stated, the guidance is where we're severely lacking at this moment in time. So the government must prioritise this issue, and we will continue to push for the improvements necessary to enhance quality of life for all. Thank you.